tonight to have with me to help present the Thomas G. Garth Award. Please welcome to the stage one of our longtime family members, Irene Garth. Each year, it's truly an honor and privilege to present this special award to a member of our profession, our movement, who embodies the spirit of what makes our mission so extraordinary. As you know, the individual selected is not aware that they're receiving the award tonight, which is closely guarded until we share it with all of you. Therefore, elevating the suspense a little bit and certainly the gravitas of this evening's celebration. So I'll begin laying the groundwork and giving you some hints along the way as we describe who this recipient is this year. So many of you will begin to realize who will join this magnanimous group of past recipients tonight. So let's get started. A consummate professional with a commitment to children that transcends every aspect of their life is always a beginning quality of the Garth recipient, and this year's honoree is no exception. One of the things I love about this person, and certainly what draws others to them, is their enthusiasm, and in a word, it's infectious. You want to be part of whatever this person is doing, and because they're all about the mission of the Boys and Girls Clubs, their enthusiasm draws supporters, board members, and other organizations who want to collaborate and be part of this amazing work. Their passion for this work and the need to make sure that we're doing our absolute best for children fuels the courage to be open and honest and always willing to have candid conversations. Not afraid to call it like it is. You always know where you stand with them, and I find that refreshing. This person's been involved in Boys and Girls Clubs for more than 20 years, serving in a number of professional roles leading up to their current role as president and CEO of their organization. She, first hint, is an authentic and straight shooter, an optimist at heart with a strong entrepreneurial spirit. She has led their organization to embrace change, innovation, which is an imperative. As a result of her remarkable leadership, her organization was one of the first in our movement to implement a fully integrated outcome measure management system, as well as a system to evaluate the team that leads it. Her organization was also one of the first to establish a role entirely devoted to child and club safety on their senior leadership team. For our honoree, though good is never good enough, she continues to stay on the pulse of what kids and teens in their community need in order to thrive and realize a better future. She continuously pushes the organization to do more and be better for their club members. Recently, sparked by an idea from someone this year that she met at the Harvard Business Retreat for CEOs, her organization will break ground on a $9 million clubhouse, a facility totally dedicated to youth development through arts programming. She's formed partnerships with local police departments to better serve youth. In fact, she'll be part of a collaborative that will open a new facility housing a Boys and Girls Club, police department, and mental health services for youth. Under her leadership, the organization has increased its operating budget by $5 million annually, with a keen focus on investments in quality talent by increasing salaries across the organization, and primarily aimed at increasing salaries for frontline staff. Quality facilities by renovating 10 clubhouses, relocating one to a better facility, and building a brand new one. And quality programs by investing in their staff of over $500,000 in training and development each year. Here's a few more final hints, and it'll begin to narrow tonight's recipient. As part of the Southeast region, she's always been a contributor to the betterment of professionals and volunteers, never missing a regional conference nor a request to assist and help shape best practices to develop staff. As a member of the President's Advisory Council, she played an instrumental role in promoting the creation of Boys and Girls Clubs of America's Advocacy Day in Washington, D.C., and helped form our strategic plan and direction. As a board member of her state alliance, She's helped them secure and sustain annual government funding of over $8 million a year to support 36 clubs across the state. She's also a board member of the Professional Association and a board member of her local United Way. She's a trustee of her alma mater, and she was able to convince the University of West Georgia to establish a scholarship specifically for Boys and Girls Clubs members. Finally, she and her husband, Mike, who's a state senator in Georgia, are the proud parents of two wonderful children, Megan and Bo. Ladies and gentlemen, it's my honor, my privilege, my pleasure to introduce this year's recipient of the Thomas G. Garth Award. It's the President and Chief Executive Officer of the Boys and Girls Clubs of Metro Atlanta, Missy Dugan. Individuals that couldn't be with us tonight that also want to share their congratulations and a few words with all of you. Let's take a look at the video.
So 3 things that I really admire and love about Missy. Number 1 is her empathy. She really feels what these children and their families go through, and you can see that because rarely am I ever with her when she can get through a story without actually crying. Because she cares so much about them and feels so much. I admire her honesty and her transparency. I think that that is absolutely critical when you're asking for other folks' money and their trust. And I also admire her tenacity and her hard work. She's been at this a long time, but she still has that fire and that enthusiasm for the work that she does, and it comes through.
Missy's determined. I was struck by that the first time I ever met Missy. I never doubt for a moment that Missy's priority is the kids, the Boys and Girls Club served. And she has larger goals and aspirations than they may have for themselves. And that's the kind of leader we want to invest in. It was my privilege to know Tom Garth. Nobody was more passionate about Boys and Girls Club and the movement than Tom. He was wholly committed, but I put Missy in that same category. She's somebody who's doing this work because she's passionate about the kids and wholly committed to Boys and Girls Clubs.
I like to say Missy has this fire that an organization like this needs, and it's great for a leader to have that fire. We were in DC for Youth Advocacy Day. The main goal was, of course, to have fun, but we were going to go and talk to our congressmen, senators about Boys and Girls Clubs. And Missy brought us to be examples of the Boys and Girls Clubs and have us actually talk to them, not her. She's talking like Congressman Westmoreland. She's like, all right, Mr. Westmoreland, these guys want to come talk to you about Boys and Girls Clubs. Hear what they have to say. And then me and Pharaoh just start talking for like 30 minutes. We're in his office for like 30 minutes. She just believed in us. And the entire trip, she just kept telling us how proud she was of us. And we were like, we love you, Missy. Like, you're the greatest person ever.
I think one of Missy's really great accomplishments, and I think it will be a legacy that is not only for this organization, but for the movement as a whole, is the ability to measure outcomes. There's no one really better suited for the Tom Garth Award than Missy, and particularly as it relates to courage. She's had the courage to put herself out there, to put the organization out there, and be a leader. And as I said earlier, focus on the measurement, focus on the outcomes, knowing that has so much risk attached to it because it's hard and It's hard to be measured, and it's hard to say I want to be outcome oriented. And I think that just shows tremendous courage. And so she's really perfectly suited and you know, the best candidate I can think of for this award. Missy, congratulations.
Congratulations on your award. You deserve it. You're fantastic, and I'm so proud of you.
I hope you know how much you deserve this, and we're just happy to be able to celebrate you and celebrate this special honor.
Missy, congratulations. You are richly deserving of the Tom Garth Award. We're proud of you. We're happy to support your leadership. Hope you'll go right back to work this afternoon.